Okay, we've got Christ reigns. And I'm drawn to the eagle. We've got a big eagle on the shirt. It says, Eagle symbolism spans cultures, universally representing strength, freedom, wisdom, power, and due to its commanding presence and high altitude flight. As a revered symbol, the eagle signifies a spiritual messenger, a courageous warrior, a keen-eyed visionary, and a sign of renewal or divine connection. It's often associated with the sun, leadership, and immortality. Yeah, immortality stands out. Freedom and power, commanding presence. So we used to say, or I used to say, Jesus saves. And I wrote it on everything. And then everybody said, no, you have to save yourself. And then they put us through the dark night of the soul. And then they told us how religion is all wrong and the books of the Bible are gone, and on and on and on. So we went through that dark night of the soul. We got to our highest timeline. And now Christ reigns should be the motto. Okay? Christ reigns. That's what we want. Okay? We don't have to go into debates with people. We just know that Christ reigns. How Christ reigns in your head is up to you. Okay? Now we're going to go over what happened in Astro last night. Astro, I want to shout out to Leanne and Pete because they finished the aviation program. And I told you the music classes are full, while the aviation classes are just as full. And Pete got to go into his own cybercraft, I will call it, yesterday and last night in Astro, and he was just going, it was just really fun. And we were playing Afternoon Delight. So that's why Afternoon Delight's on there. The day before was In the Evening Energy with Led Zeppelin. I hope you got to listen to the album. I went shopping yesterday and listened to In Through the Outdoor album. And today, this morning, I listened to Afternoon Delight. Okay, 1976. Okay, so we're making lots of progress in Astro, and it's really exciting. It's the energy of Afternoon Delight. Now, that one song, it's like a one-hit wonder. I think it's called the Starland Band. I don't even know, it's like, okay. But I know the song very well. I know the energy very well. My mom had a bicentennial Volkswagen. Gerald Ford came to our city. I got to shake his hand at the city hall with my dad. It was just exciting times. And the first card out was fun times and moods. So it's up to you. Do you want to have a fun time? Like, look at me today, right? I'm having a fun time in my my Christ Reigns gangsta outfit, right? Okay, so I'm having a fun time and I'm keeping my moods rainbow, drawn to the rainbow. The rain is gone now. The sun is shining in. We feel like we've had a rebirth and a resolution. Rebecca, over and over again, last time here. Rebirth, resolution. Okay? And then what's coming in the near future is med beds, RVs, right? Money, celebration, health. That's what that reminded me of. Money, celebration, health. It said RV, Nasara Gasara. It said new financial system, new earth, med beds celebration, and that was all in the near future. And it said we're relocating, okay? So whether you're relocating on your spaceship and staying there, whether you're going to do your project here on Earth for 200-300 years, up to probably 1,000, that's going to be up to you. But it is a relocation energy, and that's why Afternoon Delight is so exciting. Now you're getting messages through me and through Astro. Pay attention to your messages because they're communicating through the music. So once again, I'm drawn to tell you to, when you listen to one of my shorts, look up the lyrics, listen to the vibe, and get your download. You're releasing karmic debt still. A lot of you are. I don't think it ever gets totally clean because you're still in a physical avatar and you're still meeting people. You're still switching jobs. You're still switching friends and family around. So you're still releasing karmic debt, but it's getting less and less and less and less, okay? Now, that deception I talked about and that spiritual disease that I talked about a week ago should have came crystal clear to you by now. And it was very narcissistic devil energy. It was about somebody had a spiritual disease and they were telling you lies, you were being betrayed. If that has not come out yet, just remember it's coming, and it's because you're releasing karmic debt. 7-11 on the clock, very important. Now, it may have came true already, it may not have. I don't know. I'm not into time because time doesn't exist. But these cards are from last week's video. So if you remember when I showed you these specific cards, they came back again. Okay? They're back again. Now, I wanted to go further with that. And it said the ancestors are helping you. So some of you might not have to go through it because the ancestors helped you. And also I got the player energy. So maybe somebody did get approached and got lied to and was in that player energy. Maybe you've decided to leave the player energy and you were a player. I watched a good movie yesterday. It was called Wiretapped. It was from 1955. And I thought, oh, I'm not going to like this. But I watched it for the lesson, and it was awesome. It was a guy that ended up turning his life to Christ through the Billy Graham era. But it was awesome because he wanted to be a good guy, but all the money wasn't in being good. The money was wiretapping and using his electronic skills to get paid by the gangstas, right? And it's just funny how the outfit and the Christ reigns and everything just fit into that movie. So it was 1955 and it was called Wiretapped. So who knows if you can find it or not. But it was great. And the player energy, get connected, meditate, spend time in nature, just like I'm outside right now, even though it's cold. And then we've got, watch for those red flags, okay? Because some of you, this hasn't happened yet. Some of you, you're gonna go through it. Now, most of us have went through it already, and they're just telling you that everything's about to rebirth and change. So manifest the life that you desire, but look for them red flags still, because it ain't over till it's over, right? Take a spiritual cleanse and seek out that new assignment. So remember yesterday how I said we're going in through the outdoor? People are coming at us and we're just walking right past them because they're going this way and we're going this way. It looks like we're not going the right way, but we are. Okay, even though we're in through the outdoor. I also like the album cover with the guy with the white hat from Led Zeppelin. So your warnings are let go of the past because bitterness and resentment has no place in this new timeline. And there's back to repeating itself with the money card, unexpected income, and back to you're getting downloads and visions. So it's just repeating itself again, and it's saying the karmic connection, the lesson that you either learned or you're being learned. And then the last card out is victory will be yours. If you stay the course, right? Stay the course. So you saw how that just repeated itself. And then this card wants to show itself. It says, look for red flags again. False masculine, social media. He might contact you through the computer. Maybe you're being scammed on the computer. Okay? Fake masculine, red flags. Look for the red flags. New opportunity awaits, and you're being protected by St. Michael. So that repeated itself with ancestors are helping you. So everything from the beginning of the video just backed itself up at the end. So you probably want to watch this again and take the lesson, take the, what do you call it? Take the instructions to watch for the red flags, and even if you've already went through this, Christ reigns, victory will be yours, you still may get some little ones on the way, okay? Simple little ones, not the big ones, little ones. If you've already went through the big ones, you got just some little ones. Remember when they say you take the boulders first and you take them out of your path and then you sweep up the little pebbles as you go? Well, that's what we're doing. We're just kicking the little pebbles out of the way as we're walking in through the outdoor. So, I am Miss Mystic. Christ reigns. Have a great afternoon and get out there and have some afternoon delight. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.